goy, which means the halachot of a partnership with a non-Jew. If right now you have a Jew and a non-Jew that they're partners in any type of a business, whether it's going to be a store, whether it's going to be a field, any type of a thing, of a company, it doesn't matter what it is, you have a partnership between a non-Jew and a Jew. If at the time that they started the partnership, they did not explicitly say that whatever the goy is going to work on Shabbat is the goy's from the beginning, and then the Jew is going to accept one day, right, parallel to the day that it's going to come out on Shabbat. So it's prohibited for the Jew to tell the non-Jew afterwards in order to do this. Why? Because even though it could be that it's going to be good for him, at the end of the day he becomes your shaliach. At what's happening over here? We have a partnership. So it doesn't matter, and this halakha, by the way, does not matter what percentage you have in the company. Doesn't matter whether you have the majority and the non-Jew has the minority, or vice versa, or even equal. It doesn't matter. But the story is, right now you have a partnership with the non-Jew, and you did not explicitly say at the beginning of the onset of the partnership that he's working on the Shabbat, meaning Shabbat is his. If he wants to take the day off, it's his. It doesn't matter. He is the owner of the Shabbat. And I'm going to be the owner of any other day of the week. Doesn't matter whether it's going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Doesn't matter what. But that's what a person has to do at the beginning of the onset of the partnership. Not only does it not work after we're already partners, we would have to actually annul the partnership and start it again. That's what's actually brought down in the halakha. The same halakha would apply. What happens right now if we're partners, but we never even took from the pot, which means we never divided the money at all. We actually come into the partnership, we didn't do anything. All of a sudden, now we're going to sit down, we're going to say, okay, fine, let's try to start taking out the dividends or the profits. And now we come and we say, you know what, listen, do me a favor, you have the Shabbat, I have the Sunday, or whatever the other case is, or you have Shabbat, I've got Tuesday. It doesn't matter. In any of these cases, since at the onset of the partnership, I did not explicitly come and explain to the goy that Shabbat is his and the rest is mine, he is my partner, which means that I should have also been working whenever he's working for the company, and therefore when he comes and works on Shabbat, even though I'm not working on Shabbat, he's my shaliach. So therefore it's obviously very, very important, right, that at the beginning of any type of a partnership, you already know exactly what you're doing and how you're supposed to do it in order to get out of the halachot or the problems of Hilchot Shabbat. We will mention, tomorrow or the next day, we'll try to mention the nusach, meaning that there's a special text which has to be written down. It's not just stam that I come in afterwards, because many times people do that. They come, they make partnerships, or they get into a problem, and then they come and they tell the guy, yeah, you take a kilo, you take the Shabbat. That doesn't help anything, right? As we already mentioned right now in the halakha, doing such a thing does not help whatsoever. But there's a special text of what you're supposed to be written down, a condition, right? What you have to do between you and the non-Jew in order to make sure that it's actually going to be effective, that he has all the Shabbat, the Shabbatot of the year, and you're going to have, let's say, every single Sunday of the year. The reason why I take Sunday is because usually the Shabbat actually has the most amount of sales, right? Saturdays is actually brought down, right? If you actually look it up, you will see Saturdays have the most amount of sales. Second to Saturday is Sunday. So that's why I just specifically chose Saturday and Sunday. Again, it could be a Wednesday, it could be anything. But the concept though is that it has to be that you're actually making sure that you are removing yourself from all Saturdays, from all Shabbatot, in order that you're not going to be benefiting from the Shabbat, and in order that he's not your shliach for working on the day of Shabbat.